Hello and welcome back to a brand new video. So today we are actually here for a post-commentary video. Now, so what we're actually going to be discussing today is the brand new introduction of the Space Marine 2 Siege Mode. Now, what we're actually going to kind of cover is 1, difficulty of the game, 2, fun, 3, my overall thoughts and opinions on the modes and the game itself, but also kind of what they can maybe do to maybe improve it. So number 1, we'll start off with fun. What would I say this is on a scale of maybe 1 to 10 for fun? I would give it a solid 9. The reason why I'm giving it a 9 and not a 10 is because I do feel as if, and this kind of bleeds into a second point as well, is the fun or the difficulty side of this game. It is solid. Now, I'm currently a level 20 Bulwark. I'm playing on normal difficulty. Now, I am playing with a couple of friends that aren't exactly maybe juiced up as what I am in terms of my class or anything of the sort. And obviously, like I say, because they're not that juiced up, it does kind of change things a little bit because they don't have the same skill trees or weapons as what I have played with. Now, so I'm currently using a power sword and a Neo Volkite pistol, just to kind of do as much as I can, really, because I do feel as if the Neo Volkite's really good at taking out spawns, multiple people at a time, actually, because of the discharge explosion. Now, enough about what I'm actually on about with him. So, fun. I would give this a solid 9 out of 10. Now, the reason why I give it is because, like I say, the difficulty of it can be a little bit menacing and overwhelming. Now, I'm only playing on normal mode, so surely you would think that normal mode would be quite easy, not much of a challenge, and you'd be able to pretty much kill everything without really much hassle. Now, that is true. Even at wave like 15, that is true. You can still do lots of damage. Obviously, I do think like if you had a team that had more stuff available for them or better gear, you would 100% rinse normal mode, especially if you had somebody that was prestiged or whatever. You'd rinse normal mode and you'd rinse it quite well, but obviously it does definitely have a dramatic effect with, well, the spawns. Let's talk about the spawns. The spawns are ridiculous. I mean, you can spawn in. Now, we're only on wave 1 and we're against Tyranid forces. Now, I've obviously made my way all the way up to wave 15, and on wave 5, you change your faction. So I changed my faction from Chaos, or from Tyranid to Chaos. Now, there was at one point, I think maybe on wave 8, wave 9, where we had 3 spawns, 1 to the left, 1 to the right, and 1 in front of us, of just Chaos. And it's genuinely insane. Like, it's so overwhelming, but it's so fun. Now, as you can see, talking about kind of the game, I just quickly brought up the common challenges. This is something that you have to keep an eye on when it comes to the game, because you can earn yourself some currency. Now, currency, and I'll actually explain in a moment as we're running to it, currency you can use for many things. Now, you can use it to drop yourself some Medicae stims, or you can use it to get yourself a relic, so you can obviously self-revive, or buy yourself some ammo, or share the ammo around with a big ammo crate. Or you can save up for a Dreadnought, which is what I'm currently doing. I've just donated 250 out of 1,500 to get myself a Dreadnought. You can actually respawn or spawn in Astartes that help you out, which is genuinely fantastic that they've actually gone and done this. You can spawn in your Cadian troopers to help you during the attack as well. Now, I know the Cadian troopers do not drop all at the same time, so for 250 you can drop down 80. Now, those 80 will come in waves. So you won't just have 80 people in the middle, because it would absolute tank your system. Now, obviously, going from fun, let's talk about difficulty. Now, difficulty on this game, now I'm only playing on normal. I would dread to feel and see what hard was like. Now, I've not actually had enough time to jump into the hard mode. I know I very well could, because I'm quite high level. I do have really good gear, so I would be able to go into hard mode, providing I've got the right team and probably do quite well at it and be quite successful. But it's so difficult, even at wave 10, 12, 13. Now, I did have a level 4 on my team, and that definitely did impact how well we did, because obviously they're a lot spongier than what I am, they don't have the abilities of what I do, and obviously the gear. So if you're talking difficulty and fun, overall, I'd give it a solid 9 for an experience. Solid 9. They can do so much with this mode if they do it right. Now, I think to go on to kind of like general improvements, I would definitely say maybe tweaking the difficulty just a tad. It definitely needs to be done because it's very, very, very menacing and challenging at times, and it's maybe just me being a little bit nitpicky, but for the newer players where they can grind the XP that you can actually grind off this mode, it can be quite overwhelming. I think you can definitely get yourself swarmed and find yourself on the back foot more often than not, and I think that's definitely something you need to kind of keep an eye out for, because getting swarmed on a game where you can already get hammered by multiple different enemies at the exact same time is definitely something to be of note. Now that we've covered fun, we've covered difficulty, and we've covered kind of like maybe general improvements, I think one more is what I'll probably say is having a little bit of change of map, a little bit of change of scenery. Now, when you get to wave 5, like I said, your faction changes, so you're not always going to fight Tyranids. So you will fight Chaos Marines. Now, if you then make it to wave 5 and you start off with Chaos, what I would think would be a good improvement, and I think it would genuinely be something that would actually help, especially to keep that freshness, would be, as you can see, we started out on the Tyranid part of the map, so it's quite brown and muggy and dusty, and you know what I mean, as you'd expect it to be. If you then spawn off with Chaos Forces, I would think I would much rather prefer to start off in a Chaos biome than either make my way up or make my way down to then carry on with going from Chaos to Tyranids or Tyranids to Chaos. I think that would be a genuine like quality of life improvement that would help with the longevity of the game mode, but also keeping it nice and fresh. Because I think that's definitely something you need to do with something like this. It's the reason why Gears of War 3, Gears of War 2 did so well, and Gears of War 1 is that Horde mode, you had multiple maps that you could do it on, so you could always keep a fresh kind of look to the game and to the Horde mode, because every map has its own different challenges and ways that you can go about defending yourself. Now, I think what they've done with like your requisitions, your consumables, is fantastic. I wouldn't see any improvements on that. But like I say, it's definitely something to kind of like keep of note and maybe keep an eye on. I think it could be definitely good improvements. So now that we've got that out of the way, now that we've spoken about what we mainly need to speak about, going forward, this mode can be the absolute lifeblood of this game. If you carry on with the way what they've done to it, keep those improvements coming in, maybe introduce a new class to spice things up, introduce some new weapons to keep things spicy as well, it's fantastic. I mean, I really enjoy the fact as well that you can unlock skins, because customizations are very, very heavy in this game. But I like it that you can just unlock skins, and just by completing waves and killing things and earning challenges and you know what I mean, just stuff like that. I think it's genuinely fantastic. So that being said, overall, my thoughts of this, my thoughts and opinions would definitely be, I'm going to give it a solid 8.9, 8.8 out of 10. I think it could definitely do with some tweaking to help with difficulty, completions of the actual Horde mode itself. But if you're going to go like and play as a 3, I would 100% recommend this over Operations. Now, I mean, two thoughts of mine, right? Number one, if you want to go for a quick and easy mode in an Operation, get yourself a little bit of XP and get out, that's the one. 100%. All day, every day, that is the one Operation. If you want to be in it for the long haul, and quite literally, when I say this, slay thousands of Tyranids in one go, right, then this is your mode. I mean, so my friend, who you can see on screen, Zoot, right? Zoot was level 4 when he joined me. Now, he actually went all the way up to level 9 from level 4 in the 15 waves that we did. Now, that might think, oh, well, that's not that much of a long time. We were playing for an hour. Sometimes your operations can take 30, 45 minutes. So for an extra 15 minutes more, and quite literally thousands of Tyranids, this is an absolute disgustingly savage mode. Now, I didn't end up actually like dying until like wave 12. That was my first down, and it was just because I got overwhelmed with how many Chaos Forces were there. But in general, this mode, for a brand new mode, is an absolute breath of fresh air. And if you haven't actually played it already, please, I advise you, I recommend to you, go and play this game mode. You will not be disappointed, and you will have an absolute blast. Play with your friends, get them leveled up. I mean, my power sword, right? My power sword's green, and it went from green to purple in one, just because of how much I was using it. So it's very good for upgrading your stuff as well. So if you really wanted to, if you have a good enough character, maybe let's say a assault or maybe a heavy, you can go in with a base bog standard weapon, provided you got the decent little upgrades onto it, or at least your class. You'd be able to upgrade your weapons to green, purple in one go. Like, it'd be savage, absolutely savage. So I think that is pretty much all from me. I think there's definitely not much else to cover. I mean, the bosses, they spawn in abundance. I mean, wave 15. We had 2 Carnifexes and an Orithrope. Like, that was silly. It was genuinely broken how much and how quick they spawned. Being spawned on by 3 different locations at the exact same time, all around you as well. It's so fun, and it's so enjoyable. And this mode in itself has brought back my love for this game and my enjoyment. So you will be seeing more content, followed by my first wave 10 to 15 video. And I'm going to have to skip a little bit of this video, because when I say this, I was last man standing consistently for may have been about 5 to 10 minutes. Long enough for my friend to quit out to go to work, so we can get a bot in who actually then came in clutch and was doing damage. So, that is all from me. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment, all those good things down below. And I will catch you in the very next episode. As always, my friends, sweet.